All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 752. I'm your host, GVD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who loves a good unsuccessful boycott, Wombat.
It's like my bread and butter. It's all I do, or unsuccessful boycotts.
Woo! Yes.
I mean, I don't think I've ever, well, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Has there been a successful boycott? What would that entail anyway?
I mean, yes, it's called the bus boycott in Alabama. You
well,
may have heard of it.
You were not a part of that, though.
How do you know?
Maybe
I was. Me and my good friend, Rosa
Yes.
Parks, you may have heard of her. That was a successful boycott.
This week. This is racist, I think.
I don't think so.
You're
I just said I was with her, on her side.
I'm canceling you right now.
I think that makes me the opposite of...
But the biblical sense? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, I had a long-term affair with Rosa Parks.
Now you're really canceled.
I think so.
You get that
Why?
fake canceling from earlier.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Anyway, welcome to the show. We're going to cancel everybody throughout this show, including all of us. We're back after being off for a week. What's been going on?
I mean, not a ton. I went into the city over the weekend, which I haven't done in a long time, because a fellow cheap-ass gamer, longtime site user and show listener and all that stuff, ODX, invited me and my family to his sister-in-law's perfumery in downtown Manhattan, the Fragrance Shop.
That's the name of it?
That's the name of it. We went downtown, and I didn't realize this. They open at noon on Sundays, but he said, "Oh, come on down at around 10:30." So I went there at 10:30, and we had the store to ourselves for.
You had all those fragrances to yourself?
Well, what you do is you go and you smell like 100 different scents, and you pick 6 of them.
What's the name of the store?
The Fragrance Store.
Oh, store. Okay.
Fragrance Shop. Now you're making.
Oh man, I don't see either of those things. Oh, I spelled fragrance wrong though. That could be it.
That'll be the reason. And it's downtown on East 4th Street in Manhattan. And you pick six scents.
It's Fragrance Shop.
Fragrance Shop. That's what I said the first time. Okay.
Yep.
And oh, he's in the chat. And you blend the 6 scents together and you make your own signature fragrance. So you have a scent that's uniquely yours. And it's a lot of fun, actually, to go through all the different smells and to figure out what you're going to do. And you have to like go outside and smell things because things smell different outside than they do inside.
What if it's raining?
Well, then you don't go.
To the store?
Yeah, the store. The store just shuts down. It folds in on itself.
That's bad. Bad business.
Yeah, But no,
so can you choose from farts as one of the fragrances?
Yeah, farts is one of the fragrances. My family had a lot of fun, and it was a very nice thing for Odie to do.
They should have like elephant farts, all kind like dog farts.
And then after we went to a restaurant called the Black Ant, which is a Mexican restaurant where they serve guacamole with black ants in it.
Oh, A&T.
A&T.
I thought you were A-U-N.
No, now who's the racist?
Like
that wouldn't be a Mexican restaurant
that anymore. Yeah.
But and that was cool too. I had never had ant guacamole before.
That's a scam.
I mean, it was still good.
Why would you want ant guacamole?
I don't know. I think there's some.
Is that how they ate it in Mexico back in the day?
I think there's a traditional version of guacamole with ants in it.
That's just because they didn't have saran wrap back then.
Is that what it is?
Yes, and they were like the ants got in there, they got stuck, and they died, and they're like, "Oh, que lástima," and then they just ate it anyway.
Why? How did the show just go from
history show
to
history show?
Yeah, to history. That's what it is.
Super accurate.
I wasn't going to say anything
show?
About you being racist again.
What? What was racist about that? Ants?
I don't know.
Is that a race?
Que lástima. Yeah.
That means what a pity.
But anyway, it was a really fun day. We also went to Toy Tokyo. So this
isn't getting any better on the racism here.
Yeah, why are you culturally appropriating everything in the trip?
Okay,
except for fragrance. Except for fragrance.
Glow in the dark.
Fragrance is global.
Yep.
You bought a toy Tokyo. Yeah, is that a muscle? Is that a muscle guy?
No, it's a universal monster. I was hoping to get a Frankenstein, and I got a mole man. What can you do?
Throw it in the garbage, right in the garbage.
Yeah, and we got the little bear brick. That's what Elliot wanted. So.
And you got nothing.
That's his, not mine. It
Nice.
just happened to be next to my desk.
So did you get a fragrance for yourself?
I didn't get one, but my wife, daughter, and son all did.
Nice.
They all got their own. And Elliot and I worked on his together. So his,
like
I guess, it's like it's mine. We share it. But my son's been wearing cologne to school every day.
Oh
this
my
week,
God.
which is
That's
also
completely inappropriate. What grade is he in?
6th.
Yes. I would be sending a note home if I was the teacher. What is happening over there?
Your son smells too swarthy for me, and I can't concentrate in class.
There's too many farts in that mixture. You added one part too many
there's
farts.
There's a little bit of musk. There's some musk in there.
It's wrong. Ship, what about you? Did you lather yourself in farts this weekend? Oh, you had a bad football experience this weekend.
I did?
Yeah, didn't your team lose or did they win?
That was 2 weeks ago.
That was 2 weekends ago.
Oh, but we didn't talk about it. Yeah, did we?
No. Do we need to talk about
Do you feel sad?
Lost?
Are you mad or happy?
I'm fine. I mean, you have to
How mad
understand.
do you get when you're watching the game when stuff goes bad? Because they were talking about this on Howard Stern.
I was upset at some of the ridiculous.
But what is you upset? Like, what does that really mean?
In that game,
I know the officiating was bad, but when you get upset, what is that like?
I go to the other room and do some laundry.
You're not like throwing punches in the air.
No. I may like just shout out like a one word, like, or a couple words, like, you got to be kidding me, or.
But not even like fuck this shit or anything like that.
No, not. I mean,
you have a big house. You could do it.
I'm watching it with my kids and everything too, right?
But you could go to the laundry room.
There was some real shady calling in that game.
It was not the prettiest of refereed games. I have no problem with the Bengals losing that game. I think both teams could have won it either way. It was an evenly played game. It's just there was some calls that were like, they have lost control of this game.
How could you lose control of a football game? It's just like, it's not like a hockey game where the guys could always be fighting each other. They're just like,
no, it wasn't even the game. The players were fine.
Just the calls were so bad.
It was, they had a play where it was loud there, right? It's a football stadium.
Yeah,
and it's one of the loudest. It's one of the loudest football stadiums. And they had a play where they set the ball down for the other team for the Chiefs to run a play.
Okay.
Right. The Chiefs run the play, don't get the first down. It's third down. They send their punt team out to punt it for 4th down. So the Bengals are going to be getting the ball.
Uh-huh.
Then it turns out one of the other refs was trying to blow his whistle because the clock started early before that previous play.
Okay. But
so they took the punt team off, brought the other team back.
They did the play over?
And did a do-over on the play.
They did like it was 5th grade backyard.
Right.
I don't think I've ever seen a do-over in a football game before.
Well, not only did they do a do-over, but I believe, didn't they do a do-over twice?
They did a do-over earlier in the game, but on that one, they let the play go on and let Joe Burrow take a hit and then said, no, there was a false start on that play. Oh. And so they let the whole play go. It's normally a thing where they call it dead, like
right. So to save time and people from getting hurt, I guess.
Right. So then the Bengals had to replay that down after already getting their quarterback.
Sounds like such a waste of time.
If I was into conspiracy theories and a gambler, I would say maybe there was some sort of fix going on, but that wouldn't happen in professional sports, especially now that gambling is legal in most states. Why would something crazy like that happen?
Yeah. I'm not blaming the refs at all for that. The Bengals losing that game. It was either team could have won that game regardless of these calls.
Right.
It was just like people are trying to watch this game and there was numerous calls of like, what's going on? There was another one, like there was a pass interference on the Bengals and like both announcers were just like, I didn't really see anything there. Like at the replay. So there was a bunch of stuff that was
sounds annoying.
And then the game ended on a rightfully called roughing call out of bounds where their quarterback Mahomes was running the ball.
Okay.
And one of the Bengals players was chasing him to prevent him from like continuing on down the field. And Mahomes stepped out of bounds, and like you've got like a 350-pound dude like chasing Mahomes, right? And he's chasing him all the way to the sideline to make sure he goes out of bounds. And then when he gets to the sideline, Mahomes is slowing down, and the Bengals player puts his hands up, like not knowing exactly where he is, but puts his hands on his back and gives him a light shove, and then Mahomes goes flying, and that gives there's like 8 seconds left in the game at that point, right? That gives them an additional 15 yards to where they can get into field goal range and win the game as time expires.
And they do.
What a waste of time. Don't you feel bad when you watch something like that? Do you feel bad that you spent so many hours this year watching football?
No, I don't, because at the end of the day, the Bengals were seconds away to going to a Super Bowl for the second time in 2 years.
But it didn't happen for some stupid reasons.
But they could have won the game in plenty of other places, right? Like they were right there in the game the entire time.
And they played a really good season. You don't always have to win the Super Bowl. Winning the Super Bowl isn't what makes a season successful. You can have a successful season without winning the Super Bowl. Making it to the championship game is a successful season. Making it to the playoffs when no one expects your team to make it to the playoffs can make it a successful season, like the Jaguars, for example.
This is the fourth best season the Bengals have ever had. This is number 4.
Great, and you were there almost.
Right.
On TV.
Success is a relative thing in
exactly,
sports.
That's what I'm saying. I watched some girls' high school hockey this weekend, and for free.
I hope you were invited.
Yeah, I just show up, scream. It was funny because Ty's friend is the goalie, and there's plenty of seats to choose from. So we sat where all the people were, because we figured be a little social, whatever, and that's where the best seats are, obviously, as well. But immediately, it's only the kids' parents, and they're all just the whole game. They're just yelling at the ref. They're yelling at the players. And immediately, Mrs. Chiefy turned to me. She's like, should we move? I'm like, well, no, we can't move now. But I don't know. It's cute. It was pure, right? And there's no fighting, no commercials. The whole thing's over in 45 minutes. The whole game is over. Maybe not 45 minutes, but less than an hour for sure. It's over. It's good. Haven't watched the hockey game in a long time. That's it. That's all I got.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were going somewhere with that.
We tried to go to, we were trying to parlay that into a dinner at K-Pot. Do you know about K-Pot, Wombat?
No.
It's the new all-you-can-eat hot pot / barbecue place that opened up in Carl Place, I guess.
Oh, I'll have to go there. Nope, I did not.
By all the malls and shit.
Yep.
In that new mall with the weird name. The new old mall. Samea or something like that.
Oh, yeah. It's over where the Source Mall used to be?
Yes. So we went there, and they don't take reservations. We went there after the hockey games. It was so close, and it was like a 2-hour wait.
That's crazy.
So we're like, fuck that. Let's just make a reservation at Benihana. And then there was a huge fire next door to Benihana, so we couldn't go. We couldn't even get there.
My parents were up by you that night, and they had to go drive around in a big circle to get to where they were going.
You could not literally get to Benihana. Mm-hmm. They could not have any patrons that night.
They were going. I forgot where they went. Some steakhouse up there, but
delicious. It's delicious steak and Benihana.
Yep.
Anyway, what about you, Ship? Anything exciting happening?
Did you eat any steak or Japanese food in the last 2 weeks?
I did. I had some steak. I didn't eat any Japanese food in the last 2 weeks, but I did have some steak. Yes.
I don't know if I know. I think I had Japanese food in the last 2 weeks. I didn't think about it.
Yeah. FragTube in the chat says, respect for Mrs. Cheapy for tolerating Benihana. She loves Benihana. Japanese people like Benihana. We've brought real authentic Japanese people from Japan. Direct from Japan to Benihana.
Is it like Japanese McDonald's to them?
No. It's
like McDonald's isn't really a cheeseburger. It's like the shitty version of a cheeseburger. Japanese.
No. It's not a good analogy. Maybe you can come up with a good analogy. In Japan, that type of meal is very high end and expensive.
I understand that.
Right. So, but here it's obviously, it's not cheap, but relative to Japan, it's a fraction of the price. And in Japan, normally you wouldn't bring like your kids. It's some, usually they're in hotels and fancy and shit. So to bring a Japanese person to Benihana, they're experiencing something like different, right? It's the same food, more of it, not as good a quality, but the price is, it's like a fifth of what it would cost.
Like going to Chili's? Is that?
No, I don't.
Exactly like Chili's.
No.
Or Outback? Is it like Outback Steakhouse as
like
opposed to going
Australian to Outback?
I don't think so. What's like something that would be high end that you would only consider high end and never really experienced a family friendly version of it with where they're doing a show also while they're cooking. You got it? You can't wait to talk.
I was going to say, like Longhorn Steakhouse or Outback Steakhouse are family-friendly versions of a more expensive place. Like it's not the Palm, it's not Smith and Walensky, it's not the Old Homestead or Peter
Doesn't
Luger's.
feel right to me somehow. I know what you're saying. I hear you loud and clear. It doesn't feel quite right to me.
But it's exactly the same comparison.
The steakhouse is more not that.
You don't really take a kid to Peter Luger's.
But there's so many of those like low-end steakhouses around. Sizzler.
Are there?
Sizzler still around?
No, it's not still around.
In Japan, it is.
Mm-hmm.
They're killing it there.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was the point? Oh, Benihana. So we took Japanese people to Benihana, and they fucking loved it. They ate they ate all of it. Like it's crazy. Anyway, that's the point.
Okay.
Let's do some show feedback, maybe.
Am I doing this first? I see you put a note there.
That's okay. You can read the feedback.
Okay, so this is from GOTA.
Mm-hmm.
Who said Hogwarts Legacy just broke the all-time views record for a single-player game on Twitch. 1.2 million views at once. So much for a boycott.
Is that from Red Letter Media?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm sure all the controversy around it made people want to tune in. I would imagine. It didn't hurt, I'm sure.
I think people are losing. This is okay. So I'll talk about this now a little bit up top.
Okay.
So we're gonna, because I know this game's gonna come up again later, and I know there's no way of not talking about it.
We can talk about it now. I mean, we've already killed 15 minutes.
So my problem, I'm trying to word this in a way that makes sense.
You can't.
Because obviously I have strong feelings about the controversy.
Impossible.
And I'm not gonna buy the game.
We know that.
And at this point, I've sort of resigned myself to saying, I don't care if you buy the game or not.
Okay, that's
not
interesting.
you two.
Anybody.
But anyone.
Do you care if I buy the game?
No, he doesn't. You're free.
I thought he said not us.
Honestly,
I thought he was excluding us.
Yeah, no, you two I care if you two buy the game.
Oh,
but
really?
Everyone else, I don't care.
No.
What I do care about is I don't want you to come and rub it in my face.
That's rude. That's very rude.
Hey, which is what this person in the chat was doing. He's saying, look how successful this is. Your ideals are stupid. The fact that you care about trans people and their rights is stupid.
You're talking about the comment? The comment?
Yes, that's what this. Yeah, it's part of
How do you know that's what he means?
It's part of a lot of other comments that go along with this in the chat. I didn't want to read them all.
Oh.
Some of those, but let's give some of them. I agree with you there. But if I were to rib you about a boycott, it's just because you've had so many boycotts.
Well, I haven't. There's been a lot of things that I've decided not to buy, but I've never told people not to buy something.
That's fair. So if I'm ribbing you on it, it's not because I.
Oh, I know that. I know when people are joking around with me. This comment is not joking around with me. This is someone that's trying to make me be like, hey, you're an asshole because you care about these issues. It's just But
it's working. Man, you're getting upset about it.
I am upset about it.
That's his goal, is to get you upset about it.
I understand.
And you're falling for it.
I'm saying it's not cool and other people shouldn't do that. And if I do get upset about it, don't act surprised. Don't act surprised also when someone says, oh, you bought the wizard game. You realize that lines the pockets of someone who's transphobic. Don't be surprised when it happens. Don't act like, but hey, man, I just wanted to play the game. I didn't know anything about this.
What does that mean?
At this point, it's a lot. There's a whole thing.
Can we agree on one thing?
Wait. So
I'm saying don't.
Wait, let Shipwreck talk. We need to hear Shipwreck.
Okay.
No, I'm just trying to understand how I'm supposed to react in that situation if I buy the game.
You're allowed to.
And I'm allowed to, but then I'm not. How am I supposed to react if
you're not? I understand what Wombat's saying. There's people who are just trolling people who have clearly are upset by the game it's clearly gonna be successful, and people are upset by that inevitable success, and people are using that to troll those people by saying, "Hey, I'm buying the game." You're throwing it in their face.
They're using it to discredit the trans
community. It happens with everything. It happens with a lot of things. I got a handful
of Twitter comments today saying, this is a both sides problem. If trans people just treated Hogwarts Legacy players better, we wouldn't be in this situation.
First of all,
and I just want to. I'm like, are you aware that there are currently 11 states with over 20 laws that are prepared to be voted on this year?
That's the thing that we should maybe be focused on, and not have the Harry Potter game,
and not have Harry Potter.
Well, I think this is the other thing and I also mentioned this today on Twitter, is if talking about the Harry Potter game get someone listening to our show or someone who follows me on Twitter to say, what is Wombat talking about with these transgender issues, and does a little bit of research and realize and learn something and is like, oh my God, what's going on here is terrible. What can I do to help? Then I don't care if 100 people buy the game. If we've gotten one person who didn't know anything before, learn something and becomes a better person. That was my whole long-winded where I was going with this, is that I hope we could at least educate people in the best way we can, because we're not experts. I know I'm not. To highlight a problem that a lot of people probably don't know about. Trans people make up about 1% of the population, and the fact that there's over 20 laws in 11 states trying to make them illegal is insanity.
Let's boycott those states.
So
that's more important.
Yes, exactly. It's like, should we be boycotting? But you're not wrong. It's
and honestly, let's talk about J.K. Rowling's net worth for a second.
Yes, obviously the money she gets from the game isn't, or doesn't get from this game, isn't going to hurt her.
You think she even notices? Value. You think that check is just going to sit on her desk for like 6 months?
She's tweeted about it.
What is she like? What does she tweet?
She's like, oh, she's like, so it was something about someone made a comment like, well, I'm not going to buy anything. You're a stupid game, blah, blah. She goes, I'll think about you when I'm counting my royalty check.
Well, of course, because there's obviously something very wrong with her on multiple levels. The fact that somebody that successful and who could literally at any given time be doing anything she could imagine. She has so many resources at her disposal. She could literally be doing anything. And she writes books. It's not like has a real job and she's got to be somewhere and do stuff.
Does she even write books anymore?
No, but she gets all the attention she needs by posting shit on Twitter. What she is
doing is she's funding these anti-trans political movements. There was a law in Scotland to ratify trans rights as human rights. And no law that's been passed in Scotland has ever been vetoed by Parliament before until this law. It's
and
been
Harry Potter was she donated
J.K.
money.
Rowling is one of the major proponents in the UK of these anti-trans laws, of funding these wackadoodles.
What is she doing all day?
I don't know. So to say that there's no direct correlation from buying this game to funding trans hate isn't entirely true.
But that's like saying, I had some sand on my shoes and then I went to the beach and I left some sand there.
It's not.
It is really.
It's saying if I buy this game, it gives money to this person, and this
who has $1 billion. It
doesn't matter. I'm giving money to this person, and this person's going to use my money to do something that I don't agree with.
Your money would be like that one grain of sand on the beach.
It doesn't matter. She
wouldn't even notice. It would not affect anything she does if this game existed
but that's not
or
the
not.
Point.
Nothing
the point
can stop
is
Harry
that
Potter.
it's still the money that I gave her.
Well, that's fine for you, certainly. And just like that, I personally feel like Elon Musk is an asshole, and I wouldn't buy one of his cars because I don't want to give my money, literally,
person in the
tens
world.
of thousands of dollars. Right. But for me personally, like, I don't want to give tens of thousands of dollars to an asshole. Like, now a game obviously is not a big investment, but I don't want something in my driveway that's going to remind me of an asshole.
But it's literally the same exact thing.
It is?
Yeah, what you're saying and what I said.
Spending
I buy
like
the game,
80
it gives
grand
money
on a
to
car that's going to sit in my driveway and spending $80 on a game.
Because to Elon Musk, there's no difference between 80 grand and $80.
But the difference is that it would bother me knowing that I have it. Like, I don't, giving him the money in that.
Again, it's the same thing that I just said.
I guess, but I guess I don't care if anyone else buys a Tesla or not. Like, my neighbor, all my neighbors are buying Teslas, and I just like.
That's literally what I just said.
Some on this viewpoint, though, Wombat. I'll give you that. You came in a few weeks back. I don't remember if it was on the show or not on the show, and you were going after people to not have them not buy the game.
I said, I still don't want people to buy the game. I'm just saying
that's where it's.
I don't care if you buy the game, but if you're asking, it's very simple. If someone were to ask me, should you buy the game? I'm gonna say no.
Oh, so you do care then. So you do care.
I care, but I don't. It's like, but if you buy the game, then you do. I don't. It's not like I'm not your mom. I can't stop you from buying the game.
That's right, and that's the part where people get the both sides argument from. And I don't agree with it, but I understand why they get that way. They don't want to be told what to do or not do.
And I'm not telling anyone what to do, but if you're going to ask me what my opinion is on what you should do, I'm going to give it to you. I don't think that's the same thing.
Go back and read some of your tweets.
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah.
Ago.
Oh, no, I was definitely more angry about this, but moods and I've literally had to like think about this for.
Oh, it's such a waste of time. The discourse, you just have to remove yourself from the discourse. It's going to you're going to free up a lot of time. I
think at the end of the day, if we could all agree that trans rights are human rights,
I agree with that.
Yes.
Can we all agree that the discourse is horrible and killing us and wasting our time and energy?
Yeah. And people that are using the game as a weapon to say that this is how I'm gonna like troll the trans community is by buying and playing this game.
Of course, and of course that's bad. You shouldn't troll anybody for any circumstances. It's annoying.
But I will say, if you do buy the game and you're like public about it, and someone not strangers, because I think when strangers do it, it's weird. But if someone says, "Hey, I don't think it's cool," don't act surprised. Don't act like, what do you mean?
Sure.
Don't feign shock.
Most people probably don't know about it. If they're not a part of the discourse on Twitter, they wouldn't know about it.
That's the reason why I've sort of come around on it. Right. Where I'm like, if I can educate someone who bought the game, who doesn't know better, or doesn't have any kind of idea why.
When they're not going to care. Right.
Yeah. So in this scenario, I'm just curious.
Okay.
Like you're over at your friend's house and you see that they have Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy just sitting there beside their TV.
What happened? What do you do, Wombat? What do you do?
What do you do in this situation?
Probably nothing.
Good answer.
Correct.
If that person was to say to me, "Hey, I just got Hogwarts Legacy. Do you want to see it?"
Okay.
Yeah, that's when a conversation is, no, I have no interest in that game. I'm not really a fan of J.K. Rowling.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the guy goes, why? And then you can go into your whole spiel.
And then I can give him a little spiel. But it's asked.
You can educate. Okay, there you go. That's a good answer. I like that
that's
answer.
where I've sort of come around. I think I could do better educating people. I'm trying not necessarily win more flies with honey, because I'm always going to be acerbic because it's just my nature.
Right.
But you just got to accept that that's just me. And that's not changing. But once you get past that, I think that there's some there. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I want to not hate people, because I was starting to get real mad at people, particularly on the Discord.
It's the discourse. It's bad. Discord and discourse sound very similar.
Mm-hmm.
You might notice that. I took discourse off my phone because it was too annoying. And I took Twitter off I need the app for like DMs and stuff, but I took it off like the front page of my phone. The homepage, like the.
Oh yeah, I don't have it as. I don't even have a shortcut to Twitter on my phone anymore. I took it off.
I mean, but there's a lot. Are you tweeting a lot? I don't know. Actually, I don't really.
I tweeted.
Shipwreck will tell me.
I tweeted a lot today.
Shipwreck's face is telling me a lot.
I was gonna say I tweeted a lot today for me, but I've actually feel like I've cut down on my tweeting a good amount.
I cut down a lot because I don't like Elon, and I don't want to make content for him. But I'm not going to tell you not to do it.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of all the stuff I said about the Wizard game.
Next comment, Wombat, and then we'll keep going.
Yeah. I almost did a prank on you, Wombat, and I almost did a prank, but I decided not to. Do you want to hear what the prank was, Wombat? You're not listening. I can tell.
Sure, I'm listening. What
are you listening to?
Listening to you. You're going to tell me your prank.
Okay, so I was going to do this prank to you where I said we have a potential sponsorship from the Harry Potter game. And I was going to make it, not like an unreasonable amount of money, but try to make it hard for you to say no to the money. How successful would I have been? I mean, you would have hated me after I told you it was a prank.
I wouldn't have taken the money.
Even if it was like... I mean, let's say it was like, are you proud of me that I didn't do this?
I am very proud of you didn't do this, but I'm interested to see how much you're trying to buy off Wombat's morals here.
You can't go too big because then it would have got his suspicions.
Right, his morals aren't that good. So
I was gonna come at like $2,000 a person.
No,
you would say no.
I have more opinion of Wombat than $2,000. You're gonna have to up your game there.
I would have said it like I would have said like you wouldn't have to do anything.
No.
You could just sit there while I read the ad. You wouldn't even have to say anything. You could just sit there, not say anything either way, and cash that $2,000 check.
This is, by the way, I think this was the tweet that you were referring to from about 8 days ago. I heard you, the $2,000. No, I would say no. It doesn't matter.
We'll never know.
God me.
Shift likes my eyes.
And I think, no, I never told anyone not to buy the game. So I just went through a month.
You just said, I'll kill you.
No, I did say that if you at me in your tweet about how you bought the game and how excited you are to play it, I will block you. I didn't. So basically, if you went out and did the thing that I was saying, like, hey,
that's very passive aggressive, though, I feel. You're like you're almost like teasing people.
No, I said
them to do
so. To at me when they buy the game. Well, no,
because
someone just before that did. Someone did the thing in question.
It's too much discourse. There's too much discourse. I hate it.
No, I never told anyone not to buy it.
$3,000
for the record.
3,500.
No,
that's the number. 3,500 like that is going to look.
I know, but I still would have said no. I'm sorry.
We'll find out when Hogwarts Legacy 2
comes out. Yeah. Okay. We'll find out then.
All right. Enough Hogwarts, I think, right?
I think so.
Okay. Ship loves it. Wait, now, is Ship allowed to buy the game or not? That's what he really needs to know. He doesn't have that answer yet.
He's not.
I don't.
He's not allowed to buy it.
I don't need permission one way or another.
No. First of all, he doesn't need my permission. And second of all,
no.
The question is, are you asking me what I think Ship to do? I'm going to tell him the same thing I would tell anyone else. No, I don't think you should buy the game. It doesn't mean I'm saying to go out with a sign and boycott it. You asked my opinion on what you think you should do. So I'm giving you my opinion.
Is Harry Potter?
That is the difference.
Is Harry Potter in Fortnite?
No.
But I feel like that's a matter of time.
I don't know. It'd be very interesting.
Adding on the right amount of zeros to that
Fortnite
contract.
does two Pride events a year, and they just had their first trans character in September.
Right, they're tuned in.
They've had a non-binary character in the last 12 months. It would sort of be off-brand for them to court this type of controversy.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
$4,000. All right, let's go move on. I think, what's this? Is there another comment here? The font is so small, I can't even see.
It was from Sensuous Lettuce on YouTube.
Okay.
He said 3 words to sum up this episode: too much Wombat. Ship tries to tell us what he's watching. Wombat interjects and shuts him down. Ship talks about a game he's enjoying. Wombat steps all over him and tells us his experience. And all this was before the frothy and unhinged rant at the end. You can't have opinions unless they're the same as mine. Gargle, gargle, gargle.
We got those unhinged opinions at the start this time.
Yeah, first of all, we did it at the start of the show this time. And also, what show have you been listening to?
Right.
Seriously.
Right.
Find another show. It's this
is what he does. This is what he does.
This is the show. This is it. If you don't like it, find another. Conan O'Brien has a really nice podcast too.
Right. You could be talking about a time that you went to watch a movie and your hair caught on fire, and then Wombat would be like, "Hey, I went to a movie last weekend."
Mm-hmm.
And you know, nothing happened, but I went to a movie last weekend.
Exactly.
And you're like, dude, but my hair was on fire.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I saw,
And
Avengers
the two of
7.
you will make fun of everything I do and everything I say, and that's the show.
That's the show.
Change. It's the show.
Good job, Lettuce.
Yeah, good job for pointing out what our new log line for the show should be.
That's good. We need I don't know what we need. All right, let's do some Watch This Jerks. That's what we need. We need to do Watch This Jerks. Yeah. What do we got?
I watched a Christmas movie over the weekend.
You did?
I watched Violent Night, the David Harbour as Santa Claus Die Hard Santa movie.
Mm.
It was pretty good. I enjoyed that movie.
Okay.
I recommend it. I think Cheapy might not hate it. It's under 2 hours, and it has it does have a lot of violence in it.
But Cheapy isn't into violence.
I like some violence.
It's a
cartoonish violence. I like.
It's cartoonish, very 80s. It's a very 80s
How's
style.
the kung fu though?
There is no kung fu. There's maybe some fight. There's some fighting. There's some fisticuffs in there, but I wouldn't call it kung fu. And there's I don't want to spoil it. There was one scene that I thought was very clever that I think
I'm gonna spoil.
I'm not gonna. But I won't spoil it. But I think I think they did a good job with that movie. That movie was better than it had any right to be.
Cool.
Based on the premise, I'm not saying it's high art. Don't get me wrong, but I enjoyed it.
Nice. I watched Black Panther 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what'd you think?
Wakanda Boogaloo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the plot doesn't make any sense. It was interesting. I thought like it was a little more creative than some of the other Marvel movies. Some of the scenes were just, I don't know, more artistic maybe, but
it's a nice, I mean, the Black Panther, yeah, that they're the more artistic of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
Yes.
For a minute, you might forget you're watching one, but the plot, it was just like, we can't do better than this. Like,
I mean, they got thrown a pretty difficult curveball there.
I understand that, but
I don't know. I still think they should have just replaced Chadwick Boseman with a new Black Panther. I sorry, just get it. I love Chadwick Boseman. I rewatched 42 not that long ago. I loved him as an actor and everything he was in. But even he, when he was getting near the end, was like publicly said they should replace him, and I think they should have, done his wishes and replaced him.
I don't think
made a better movie.
Well, I don't think that's what's the fact that they had. Well, I don't want to spoil anything, but I don't think the fact that the Black Panther is not like a guy matters or anything.
I don't think that's spoiling anything.
I managed to avoid everything about this movie. It was
on the movie posters. It's
okay.
Fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're toys. It's not don't worry about it.
Right. I just feel like the whole, the Namor fish people. I don't know.
It had a coherent storyline for a Marvel movie.
Just like we have to kill this person. Yeah. It's just like that's the plot, and like no other person can do what she does. So if we kill this person, that's going to solve all our problems. So it's like, come on, can we spend like a little more time coming up with the central driving point behind the movie?
It's a MacGuffin heavy movie.
Crime Dog?
No, not McGruff. MacGuffin. Oh. You know what a MacGuffin is. Don't pretend you don't. It's a MacGuffin heavy movie because they wanted to tell they wanted to tell the story of Shuri, and they wanted to tell the story of Namor, and they needed a vehicle to move it along. So this is the MacGuffin they came up with. That's, yes, a little trite, but it's the vehicle that services the journey.
I appreciated that I just had come back from Mexico and it had that like theme of the fish people.
Are you calling all Mexicans fish people?
No,
That
but that's
sounds
where they
racist.
came from. They came from like the
More.
Aztec or Mayan. I'm not sure of what, but I didn't follow that closely. But they were playing the sport with the ball off the hip goes through the hoop underwater.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, I saw that. Anyway, it was all right. Oh, and somebody wanted to know Ben writes in and he wants to know if Wombat cried
No.
during the movie
No.
at any point, or at least well up.
No.
No wetness, no moisture.
No.
The humidity did not change in front of your eyes.
That movie is about as emotional as Violent Night is.
No, but the dead guy and stuff, and so on.
Yeah, he's dead. I get it. They should have replaced him with another actor. If they're going to replace William Hurt with Harrison Ford, they could have replaced Chadwick Boseman with someone. I'm just saying, it's not the first time someone's died and they just plop.
Of course. Of course. I don't know that necessarily hurt the movie, but the only thing I could think of when they do the Marvel title sequence and they do that like silent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
silence,
that was cool.
That was cool, but the only thing I could think of was Red Letter Media doing their thing about like Star Wars, like
please clap.
Yeah, and like title, a different title sequence. I appreciate the. I don't know. I just picture that guy's voice in my head.
And to the people, I guess a Dolomite and
cool,
anyone else.
it was a good tribute.
In the chat that's explaining why he wasn't replaced. I know why he wasn't replaced. I'm just saying I think it would have been a better movie if he was. I don't think it's that controversial an opinion.
It was cool that they had like a tribute to him at the beginning and the end.
Yes.
That was nice.
Yes.
You're like, oh, is that all he gets? No, he gets a little.
Yeah.
Did you hear about on the Disney cruise lines when they do the Black Panther stage show? They have Black Panther from another. It's a multiverse Black Panther who comes out. He goes, "I'm Black Panther from the multiverse."
Right, because we need representation. Because kids want to see Black Panther.
It's like Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Anyway,
whatever.
What else?
What else are you? Right, so it looks like
I watched a couple things.
Yes, see that looks like
I watched
old
a movie
movies?
from 1988 called Ghost Town.
From 1988. Okay, so it's not the Ricky Gervais.
No. This is the horror movie. Set in the Old West.
Don't know it.
You've never seen Ghost Town before?
No, this is new to me.
So Ghost Town, it's not good.
That does not surprise me.
But it is the plot of it is a woman gets kidnapped, like her car breaks down in the middle of the desert in modern 1988. She gets kidnapped by some outlaw ghosts that have been running this town, and all the citizens of the town are also ghosts that are still like under control of these outlaws.
Outlaw ghosts.
Uh-huh. Yes.
God, they couldn't even catch a break. They died, and it's like the same fucking shit.
Yeah, it's the same stuff.
Oh
and
my
you can
God.
be like in different levels of death too. Like
you can die more, you mean, and have
die
even
more. Yeah.
Have it even worse?
You can have it worse.
Oh man.
And so then there's a sheriff that comes back that from 1988 that is chasing her into the past town. Has to deal with these outlaws.
Oh, future. He's a future sheriff fighting ghost outlaws.
Are there any names of note in this movie?
Absolutely not.
How do you find this movie?
I was going to say, how did you find this one?
It was on TV.
That's not good enough. I'm sorry.
On Comet.
What is that?
That's like your favorite network.
It is, because it has crap like this.
It has the crap.
I like watching these old, just kind of crappy movies.
I think that's like, isn't that like a Shout Factory TV channel? Is that what it is?
I mean,
it's similar type of.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if it's an actual Shout Factory TV network or if it's just. If I'm just making that up, which is very possible.
This movie made $75,000 in the box office.
Are you just like you have like 4 beers deep at this point when you're finding these movies to watch? Is that what's happening?
Not that many beers deep.
3,
but
2.5. Because
I don't know.
Something has to be like pushing you in the direction.
Check out Ghost Town.
No.
No.
No. What else?
I also watched Jojo Rabbit.
The Taika Waititi Nazi movie?
I did.
It's good. I
Did
want to
you
watch
like
that. I feel.
Have you seen it?
No.
No,
Neither of
just
you have?
never got around to it.
Okay. Interesting. I figured I was behind the game on both of you on this one.
You know,
I want
it
to.
sort of came and went. So I just these things happen.
It's pretty good. It's a comedy, but also at the same time, there's definitely stuff in there like, oh, this is making me uncomfortable, like on purpose, like right. But the boy actor in it, he does a great job. Like it's not a cringy, like, oh, there's kids acting. Like he does a legitimate job with it. So yeah, I don't know. I figured you guys had seen it. I think it's worth watching. It's not like stellar filmmaking, but it's
clever.
Yeah, it's kind of like
he's witty.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of like Wes Anderson style to it as well, but I don't know, more stuff that makes you cringe than a Wes Anderson movie.
Yeah, not all of his stuff lands sometimes.
This one's most of it lands pretty well. It's just there's some parts where it gets a little bit like, oh, I didn't sign up for this level of heaviness.
Yeah, that's probably what stopped me from watching it.
Movie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So.
Cool.
Yeah.
What about on the TV side?
I watched Poker Face. Did anyone else watch Poker Face?
Good Lady Gaga song.
It is a good Lady Gaga song. It's also a TV series starring Natasha Lyonne on Peacock. I think it's on Peacock. Written and some episodes are directed by Ryan Johnson of Glass Onion fame, Knives Out, and that Star Wars movie that's universally loved by everybody. He writes a good detective story. Like I feel like that's not a controversial statement. This is a throwback show. Similar. It's a crime of the week show. So, it's an hour long. It's done Columbo style. There's a murder at the beginning. You know who did it right from the start. It's not just like Columbo. But it's really watching Natasha Lyonne's character solve the mystery. You're watching her play the right people.
She has superpowers, right?
It's not that she has superpowers. She could just tell when someone's lying.
That's a superpower.
It's the conceit of the show. It's like, like think of it more like a Knight Rider style.
Right.
He
had a superpower car.
Yeah. It's just it's a gimmick. The show has a gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really good. Again, it works on that level. It reminds me probably the most of the Hulk TV show, where it's David Banner going to a different town each week, where he just doesn't want to he doesn't want to cause a scene. He just wants everything to be nice and quiet. He doesn't want to have to deal with anybody. And then someone needs his help. And because he's a good guy, he winds up helping somebody. And then he said, and this is just no Hulk.
You should have just stayed in one spot, like find a good spot and just stay there.
Yes. Well, they explain in this show why that's not possible.
Right.
So, but it's a really good show. Like it's really well made. It's really entertaining. Some really fun actors in it. It's worth your time.
It's going to take a lot more than that to get me to sign up for Peacock. I told you.
I know. It's a bummer. It's a shame. I wish things were just on television. Like if they put this show on NBC, everyone would be talking about it.
I'm signing up for Power. What?
Throw that on Comet.
Yeah, they should put it on Comet.
You sure they have space for it on there? I don't know. It seems
my God, I forgot
up.
I diced a jalapeno before and I just touched my eye and now I'm going to die.
Yep.
Go on. Keep talking.
Oh my God. Yeah. Why are you doing that? Stop touching your face.
Right.
Well, no, now I just have my hand over it so you don't see my eye.
But your hand is what had the jalapeno.
Yeah. What are you doing?
No, it's not the hand. It was the fingers.
Oh my God. Let me see your eye. Oh my God. It's green.
Sounds about right. Do I still have no eyebrows?
What happened to your eyebrows?
They turned gray and now it looks like I don't have eyebrows anymore.
Right. It's all you worrying about. Fucking J.K. Rowling turned you gray.
Dude.
This game took a year off your life. I feel you're not even involved with it.
I know.
TV. Oh, we started watching the new Netflix hit, Physical 100. Do you know that?
I don't.
It's a Korean show.
Okay, you lost me already.
It's Battle Royale.
You've lost me.
No, it's not
again.
Battle Royale, but it's a physical competition where they start with 100 people who are like very strong men and women, and they're from Korea, most of them, and they're all like champions, like wrestling champion, MMA champions. Like there's a former Major League Baseball player who now plays in Korea. He's a pitcher. I don't know his name, but he's very tall. He's like 2 meters tall.
Tall. 2 meters, huh?
Yeah, it's
You're,
like 6'6".
You're on the meters high.
Well, I'm watching the show in Korean.
Shipwreck uses the metric system now.
What? They use it in Korea.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 6'7", maybe 6'6". No, 6'6". Anyway, it's pretty cool. Like they have different competitions and they fight each other, and each episode is about 10 to 15 minutes too long. But other than that, it's very well done, and you can watch very fit people like wrestle each other and have various competitions, like hanging from a bar and stuff like that. It's good. It's probably a lot of people watching it. We also finished watching Irma Vep on HBO. It was very good, but it's not Shanna Fan approved. This is not for Shanna Fan. It's a lot of talking, and you're not sure what's going on all the time.
If it's not wrestling, it's not.
There's no wrestling in it whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's mostly like people talking and you worrying about their characters. But it's good. It's good. And that's it. What else? Someone else is watching something.
I've been watching. So I've watched the first 2 seasons of Mythic Quest before. And now the 3rd season's out. I got to watch 1 episode of the 3rd season, but Mrs. Shipwreck was in the room and she enjoyed it. So now I'm rewatching seasons 1 and 2 of Mythic Quest.
Oh, she's got to do that on her own time. Come on. Look, she got to wake up early.
Right.
Well, can't she watch it when she's exercising? You put that on when you're on the...
Or she can iPad it on the can. Can't you do that?
That's not classy.
You could.
Women don't do that.
It's a good show. I know neither one of you have watched any of it. It's on a service you have. It's on Apple TV.
That's the gaming development one?
It's the gaming development one. But the best episodes are when it's not directly gaming related and it's just more office, workplace humor. It's got a good cast of characters on it.
What was that wrestling movie from the 80s? Rob Lowe? Mystic Quest? Something like that? Wasn't there some wrestling movie? Mystic.
Oh, Vision Quest.
Vision Quest. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Was that Rob Lowe?
It's at Rob Lowe. I thought it was Matthew Modine, but I could be wrong.
I don't think it's Rob Lowe.
Matthew Modine. Yep.
Yeah.
It is
You're
Matthew Modine. Yeah.
Ooh,
And
Rodney
it has
Cox.
a Madonna song in it.
Yeah.
And it shows up on my recommended watch list on a daily basis on Google TV.
You would watch that probably.
Yeah, I would.
If it was on Comet, you would watch it.
I'm sure it is on Comet, actually.
Is it Daphne Zuniga in that one, or am I making that up too?
I don't know. Is there a good jerk off material in that, or what? I don't think so. I feel like
Not on the Comet version.
I feel like I'd be more familiar with it if it was. New releases? Anyone doing new releases? Going once, going twice. Sold.
Didn't even notice my lights just went off because I've been sitting here too long.
That's okay. Leave them off. It looks good. It looks good.
I am. I'm just saying. I'm leaving them off.
Gives the audience a fresh new look.
No, they get a nice. They can see the Hulk soda bottle, nice and bright now.
They can see your hair more defined now.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild.
Did Wombat delete the Harry Potter game from the new release list?
No, it's not. It technically comes out on Friday, so it's not on there.
Next week's. Okay.
Technically, it would be on next week's list.
But it is, it's going to be when people are listening to the show. It's going to be out.
Why did anyone buy it on this? On the
Ship bought it, but he's afraid to tell you.
No, I haven't bought it yet.
Yeah,
Ship bought a copy for himself and all of his neighbors, and he's just handing them out like he's got a stack.
We talked about it up top. We don't need to talk about it much more unless you really had something new to add. I don't know.
No. I was just looking through the list trying to see if there was anything here worth us talking about, but I don't really see anything on here that's
the Puzzle Bobble 2X Bust a Move 2 Arcade Edition and Puzzle Bobble 3 Bust a Move 3 S Tribute for $15.
It's a lot of game for $15.
It sounds like it is. I don't know how much Puzzle Bobble, Bust a Move, Puzzle Bobble.
Probably not.
Is now.
Those are fun games.
Well, that's the same thing. Puzzle Bobble 3 / Bust a Move 3. That's the same.
Yeah, those are the same games. They were called Puzzle Bobble in some regions and Bust a Move in other regions.
Yeah. What are the ones with the guys with the pith helmets and the mustache? Those puzzle games. What's that? Which one was that? Where they shoot the like the scorpion weapon up in the air and that pop things. What was that one? Am I making a game up?
Scorpion weapon? Oh, yeah. Like a grappling hook?
A harpoon. Yes, that's the word.
Oh.
There was 2 guys with pith helmets. I don't know. I think I'm losing my mind. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Should we go into your fortnightly news?
We can go into that.
Since
sure.
You're losing your mind.
A little bit. The Witcher came to Fortnite this week, so that was exciting.
Was it?
You got him?
I did. I got him. He was part of the season pass. So.
Oh.
Everybody got him.
Everybody got him. Yeah.
Does he have a gun?
When you run around with him, yes, and he has a sword. And then they have all these challenges out where if you want like the better sword, you have to play like a whole bunch of the game to get the better sword. I'm pretty close. I'm like 80% towards the better sword.
And that's his pickaxe?
That's his pickaxe. Yeah, it's a sword. And it comes in and out of his backpack. You know, Witcher style. My wife thinks that wants to know why the Witcher is dressed like a woman. But other than that, like, yeah. Why is he wearing a corset? Is there a big question? Why is the Witcher wearing a corset? And I'm like, I don't have a good answer for you. So
it's easy to draw.
It must be. I don't know. Also, this was my big complaint, if you recall, in earlier episodes about the season where they had time limits, weekly time limits.
Yes,
on the,
you had to
quest.
play the game for Elliot because he had too much homework to do, so you had to play through the past twice.
Thank you for listening. And the last update, which was last week, they dropped the time limit on weekly quests.
We did it.
I mean, a lot of people complained. Yes,
Wait.
That was the 6. Yeah, no, there was no boycott. But I will say a lot of people complained, and I give them credit for listening to the fans and reversing what was a shitty decision. So,
wow, are you bummed that you don't get to play through twice now?
No, I'm cool.
Okay,
yeah, I'm cool. I'm still gonna have to do some of it for him anyway, but now I wanted to do all of it for him, which is better.
They lightened your workload.
They lightened my workload, and it's better for me. And a lot of people were complaining, and it was sort of a bummer to be like, oh, Fortnite is gonna be fun, and people are like, yeah, but the time limit sucks, so I hate the game now.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, I get it. Now if they dropped it, so
that's cool. They changed it really quickly, it seemed.
Yeah, it was half a season, not even. It took them to be like, okay, we tried something, no one liked it. You know, they didn't say we're sorry, but you know,
they fixed it.
But they fixed it.
That's
and
cool.
Yeah, exactly.
What else we got?
A lot of games were canceled last week.
Yeah.
It was sort of like this weird, I guess we'll call it a bloodbath of game cancellations.
Of games as service, primarily, I think.
Yes.
Free to play as well, I believe, for the most part.
The big ones being Knockout City and Rumbleverse, which, you know, Knockout City, I think started as part of an EA thing, but then they went independent.
Was that the dodgeball one?
Yeah.
Okay. And Rumbleverse was the fighting, the hand-to-hand battle.
Hand-to-hand style. And that was an Epic game. And Epic killed that one off.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah. It's just surprising. Those games didn't even make it a year. EA shut down Apex Legends Mobile. Did you ever play that, GB?
I don't play any games on mobile.
I know you're a Apex guy.
They said, I was curious to why they canceled it, and it said, I guess the primary, I'm not an expert on this, but I guess the primary reason of them making these mobile versions of existing games is to have those players be like the same players. For some reason, like it's better if it's the same guy who's playing on the Xbox also playing on the phone.
I can understand.
I don't know why they didn't make it clear. It's more, I guess they make more money that way for somehow. But for whatever reason, that wasn't happening with Apex Legends Mobile. It was primarily new players, and that wasn't what they were looking for. I don't know why.
Was there any I guess the question is, was there any reason for a console player to play on the phone? It's not like if you logged in with the same thing, you would get rewards in both games for playing both games.
What they said was they had outsourced it to a different developer. So, and like basically the game was different. Like it was a different game on mobile. So even different characters and maps. So there wouldn't be much reason, I guess, for people to play on the same one. I don't know. It seems like they fucked it up, basically. They fucked up the thing from the start, and now they have to cancel. That's the takeaway.
Another one is Crossfire X, which I still get ads for on my Xbox to play now on Game Pass, which is kind of sad because...
They must have prepaid.
Yeah. I'm like, oh... So, yeah, and I think those are the big ones. Oh, Echo VR was another one.
That's the game I played. You remember? That was the sport game. It was
game.
That game was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It was, but again, free to play game. The big bummer on that game is, and I think it's with most of these free to play games, is that the audience is made up of a lot of very young children, and this game especially. VR, it's in a social environment, this game, where there's chat and, gestures and people getting in your face. Not a great time having an 8-year-old, calling you a homo, like in your face virtually. And it's like everybody, because it's free to play. It's a free game. The gameplay itself was awesome. Well, like a great experience, but that aspect of it was a real bummer. And probably, something to deal with when you're in any free-to-play game, potentially. They didn't handle it well.
And we actually never mentioned...
real bummer is that this link that you have for this 15 games on Kotaku, they can't just tell me the 15 games. They want me to click through a slideshow for all 15 games. It went 15 clicks out of me to find out what 15 games have been canceled.
Boycott.
That's how
I don't know how anybody goes and reads these sites.
Puts up with this? Oh, but you can click list slides and then you get the list.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And there's no ads. It's just a white page with black. That's the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen on a website, by the way.
Boop. Look at that. How interesting.
That is the weirdest design.
There you go. Now you can see all the games.
There's a button that says list slides, right? And then it's literally just a numbered list with bullet points of the games. Just with no other website. Just black font on white background and nothing else. It doesn't even look like you're on a web page anymore. It looks like you just opened up a notepad. Interesting.
Spellbreak was another one that was canceled. That was done actually last month, but I guess it was supposed to shut down around now for good.
Yeah.
That game I actually played a little bit of. It was a fun game. It just never was great. So it's just sad. It's sad to see.
It's happy. No, I disagree. It's happy because we're learning that these games of service sucks.
I was working my way to that point.
See, happy.
It's sad to see people fail, but I think that there's. I'm thinking
failing
this
up.
This might be the bust of the games as service free for all. I'm not saying they're not going to happen ever again. I'm just hoping that when they do come out, there's just a little bit more thought put into it.
There's still going to be some more coming out, unfortunately. I feel.
like had a thought, and not necessarily.
How can you not? Because if you get one that actually lands,
then you're set.
It's so little investment to just like throw something out there, right? And see like, oh, we got something here.
Wait, it's not a little investment though. These games cost a lot of money to put together.
Well, it depends on what strategy you have with them, right? Like,
it's all about making one that you can monetize in a way that makes sense. And when you can figure out that strategy, then you're pretty set.
It's hard, obviously, we're seeing. It's not, I
mean, how's that Multiverses game doing? Like, I don't know anyone who plays it, but I see stuff for sale on it all the time. And there's a little boy in the background. It's
that
like
game feels like it's cheap to make, though. Don't you think that game's like couldn't have cost much to put together?
Maybe like a Brawlhalla. That's another one that seems like it probably didn't cost much to make or to upkeep.
I don't even know what that is.
That's Ubisoft's version of Smash Brothers.
What are they doing over there?
It's been around for like 4 years.
Still around. All right.
That's the one that's alive and kicking though, and it's had a lot of licensed characters in it. I think all the Ninja Turtles and stuff, and like
Hmm.
like your
They're
Kung
in every
Fu
one of
Pandas.
the turtles are in every one of these games.
They're in all of them except Fortnite. I don't understand it at all how they haven't had the turtles in Fortnite yet. But
They're saving some for later.
yeah,
Maybe.
we'll see what happens. But anyway,
All right, is that enough, Wombat's Fortnitely news?
Yeah, I was gonna just go to the things I've been playing more. World War Z. I touched on it a little bit on the last show.
Yes, you said you liked it.
That they had a big update, and I unlocked the XL Horde mode, where
What's
it
that
has
mean?
like there's like 1,000 zombies on screen at once. I don't know the exact number, but apparently it's more zombies than have ever been on a single.
But you have
video
to
game
unlock
screen.
that.
I think yeah, it's really easy. I think you just have to do 2 levels and then it's there. It takes about 20 minutes. But it's pretty cool when you're standing there and you just see the wave of zombies come down the hill.
That's cool.
You won't live very long if you're playing by yourself, but it's cool to see happen. But the game itself, I think, is underrated. It's a fun game. It's it's a Left 4 Dead style game, but it's interesting. The set pieces are very interesting. I think they did a good job there. I don't know anyone who plays it.
It's not first person, right?
No, it's third person.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you have it, Cheapy. I don't think it's on Game Pass.
Sounds familiar. Sounds like we got a code for this or something.
I recommend it. I don't know.
All
It's
right.
fun. And I've also been playing more Marvel Snap. And I just wanted to bring this up. I'm still probably addicted to that game. And by probably, I mean I am. To the point where I installed Steam on my laptop so I could play the desktop version.
Wow. That's a
Marvel
step. That's a big step.
Because it's linked to the same account. So I can,
Right.
play. Yeah, I don't have to worry about playing there and not getting the credit on my phone too. But like my phone battery was getting low and I'm like, oh, but I got to do my challenges. And it was 10 o'clock and I'm like, what am I going to do? I don't want to stay up and wait for my phone to charge. So I did the challenges on my laptop.
Wow.
I sound like
and you installed Steam to do it, or you already had it at that point?
I did not have Steam at all on this computer.
Wow.
I had to do forgot my password because I'm like, I know I have an account somewhere. Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, welcome to PC gaming.
Yeah, exactly.
Enjoy.
I played Marvel Snap on my PC.
Great.
I finished that store since last time we talked, I think.
You finished, you said?
Yeah, I finished it.
Cool.
Nice. You like it?
Good game. Yeah, I did. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I've
Cool.
still been trying to play more of Hi-Fi Rush.
You don't quite like it.
I think I'm on level 3 right now, and it's just like, I don't know. It's just not clicking with me at all.
It's interesting because a lot of people seem to love it. I haven't given it much more thought, to be honest, but I had Marvel Snap.
I'm going to give it a little bit more time just to see, like, because I want to like it. It's just not doing it for me. It's just like, oh, okay. Everything just feels kind of, I don't know, like unnecessarily long. Every little battle and every little, like, just place between battles. It's just like, oh, this could be a lot quicker. Like, this just seems like a game that's taking me way too long. Like an hour-long level in that game. It's like, oh, it's a little much here.
And
guys.
Rush is in the title, and it sounds like it's not in a rush at all.
No, it's just like slow playing this.
Right. Hi-Fi Slug. All right.
Yes.
Did anybody watch the Nintendo Direct?
I forgot it was on.
I was working.
I don't know what I was doing at the table tennis club.
Tell us about it.
I don't know a fucking thing about it. Couldn't tell you a thing. You know, I'm teaching 3 table tennis classes a week now.
Why?
I do know that. No.
The question is a question of why. Why?
Because
he's got a mortgage to pay.
I'm getting paid now.
Oh, are you?
I mean, they're insisting that I take money, so I have to take the money. But I just give it right back.
I know some of the things that happen in this Nintendo Direct.
Anything good?
They
Because I
showed
feel
some
like
of
it's
the
not.
new. They showed some of the new Legend of Zelda.
They showed the new price point.
Tears of the
$70 price
Kingdom.
point.
It's $70.
Okay, they're in.
And that comes out in May. They showed Advance Wars 1 and 2 reboot, which comes out in April. I believe that comes out in April. They showed the Metroid Prime remake.
Came out today.
Which is cool. Pikmin 4. That comes out in July. Samba de Amigo.
Oh, wow. I remember that. I clapped.
Mm-hmm.
How's that going to work? You can use the little side thingies. That's cool. That's actually really cool because people can enjoy that game, and that's probably something that's difficult to play now. Like if you wanted to play that now, where are you gonna find those maracas?
They're coming out with Baton Kaitos. How do you pronounce that? I played that on the GameCube, and I still don't know how to pronounce it.
Yep.
They're coming out with a remaster of that.
Okay. They really remastered.
Lots of remasters, yes. Dead Cells Return to Castlevania, which I think is coming to other consoles as well. Ghost Trick is coming back.
Huh.
Oh no, that's a re-release of the 2010 game. It's not a new one, just a re-release. Splatoon 3, Disney Illusion Island, which actually does look kind of cool.
Okay, I did see that. Wait, Splatoon 3, that's already out. This is just more DLC.
It's more DLC. Yeah, okay. Disney Illusion Island, which looks really cool. I like that animation style, that new Mickey Mouse animation style. I like this cartoon.
The mohawk?
Yes, with the mohawk,
the septum piercing?
Yeah, where he gives everyone the finger. Yeah, I like that. Ha, go fuck yourself.
Right.
Professor Layton and the New World of Steam. That's a new game. That's a new Professor Layton game. Let's see. New courses for Mario Kart 8. So there you go.
Yay.
There you go. I went through everything.
Nice.
Lots of
games.
Stuff. It's a lot of games. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Switch is now the third best-selling console of all time.
That doesn't surprise me. It's a good little console for those who want that kind of console. Does that make sense?
No.
My daughter likes it a lot. She basically stole my Switch. She stole my Switch. She's the one who uses it. She plays Animal Crossing still with her friends.
Right.
So, yeah.
Go Switch.
Exactly. So, that's that.
Darkness wants to know if you're going to buy the new Zelda game, Wombat.
No.
No? Really?
Mm-hmm. I didn't like Breath of the Wild.
The last one.
But is it the same thing, or pretty much?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I will buy it because I did.
You liked it?
Enjoy the last one. Yeah.
You did like it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. What do we got in the CAG?
Oh, you know what I didn't talk about?
Uh-oh.
I played the Deadpool DLC in Marvel Midnight Suns.
Is it hilariously funny?
It's fine. It's short, but you do get Deadpool in your game. So yeah, Deadpool. He's in Midnight Suns now. Midnight Suns, though, is still a really good game.
So the space above the table tennis club is becoming available.
Mm-hmm.
What should I put there?
An apartment for yourself, so you don't have to commute anymore.
No. What business can we put there to complement the table tennis club, but also I can smoke weed there?
Maybe you put a weed club up there.
Perfect.
A dispensary with darts.
It's not allowed.
What about a bar? You can't do a bar?
Bar's allowed. I don't want to fucking be near a bar. I don't like drunk people.
You could do pool and darts.
I don't like pool or darts.
I do, though.
So you'd open that near
you could have a bar with pool, darts, and chicken wings.
I don't like any of those things. Well, I do.
And a couple of big TVs.
I don't want to be around those things at all times. You understand? So you have no idea.
What about a virtual reality club?
That can't be a money-making opportunity.
No, I'm sure it is not. But
I see those pop up in Manhattan. There's a few of those, and I'm like, that can't be working out, can it?
What about sensual massage for couples?
What about an event space for birthday parties?
For the ping pong club? Ping pong parties?
I don't know. I don't want to do anything.
You want a ping pong party?
I'm already working so much at the club. I don't have time to open up a space above it. I'm too busy.
Cheese? Is that what you're going to call it? Cheapy cheese?
No.
Just throw some arcade games in there.
Nobody even wants to play arcade games anymore, right? They have this.
I just got a season pass to our arcade.
What does that cost? $10?
$29 a year, but every time you go, you get
$5 back.
$10 in credit.
For what?
Play the
to play the games. Okay, it doesn't include the $30 doesn't include anything?
It
includes the $10 a month.
Yeah, you got it. No, it's for the whole year. You pay $29, and every time you go, you get $10 on your card.
That's pretty good.
So anytime I'm there, I go. If I'm out that way, I just pop in, get my $10 worth of games.
And what kind of games they have? Like old games or?
No, they don't. They have the newer version.
They have that Halo game that Chipwreck likes.
They have the Halo Fire Team. And
Stop rubbing your eye, Wombat.
I don't know. They got Skee Ball. They got Pop-A-Shot. They got.
I don't think people want that.
The coin pushers.
Sounds annoying.
I've got a lot of those DC cards from the coin pusher game now.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know that game. Yeah. I like those cards.
Yep.
I don't have any.
Sit there and go, what am I doing with my life while you hit the buttons?
Mm-hmm. That's funny.
I don't know. It's a good deal. Right by my house. So that's also good.
Oh, what is happening?
I don't know what's happening.
Someone keeps texting me on Microsoft Game Bar and I don't even know how to turn it off or what. All right. It's time. We did enough show. It's time to wrap it up anyway.
Okay.
I think. Think of an idea, what I can put into the. They also have room in the front of the club to put something in there, and I can't think of any money making opportunities for them. Nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to come in. All right, let's wrap it up. We will see you next time.
All right, bread's done.